Le chat sur YouTube. Il est l'heure du main event!
Yeah. Yeah. Hey. Sosa. Hey. Sosa. Yeah. Yeah. Pro wrestling smoke. Yeah. And JoJo will talk about it. When you go check it out on YouTube, I'm trying to tell you. If you're listening, a good part. You go YouTube. Yeah, I might get released with you. Now fast forward this little bit. Hold on. Now fast forward. I'm sorry. I'm so ready for this shit to come to an American crowd. Yeah. The hype. 1, 2. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Let's come out. What's going on, smokers? That was the entrances of Ricky Sosa, Kuro. So before I go into that, how you doing, my pro wrestling smokers? Welcome to Pro Wrestling Smoke, the #1 pro wrestling podcast on Good Pods. That's right. We are #1, believe it or fucking not. Part of the STO podcast family. You know I am. I am your wrestling fan, your wrestling mark, the guy that's going to give you that real smoke about the wrestling industry. I'm not going to sugarcoat my opinion. Kavanaugh the Southern Champ, a.k.a. the Porn Rap Star. Find all my links with one link, allmylinks.com/Porn Rap Star. Sponsors, PassDat Apparel. Link is in the description. Great t-shirt designs for him and hers. 420 inspired. SmokeKind.com, the king of THCA, mailed to your door. Legal cannabis people. Get with it. And last but not least, SaraJCBDs.com. Please go there and check out her wonderful line of pain and stress relief products. And even for your sexual needs, she has lube. Please use my promo code BOBBIE to get 10% off of your next order of SaraJ's CBDs.com. That's BOBBIE. 10%. And you can enjoy your bath bombs and and pain relief cream and stress relief aromatherapy for 10% off today. And don't forget about the flagship STO, the Smokers Lounge, where I talk to the porn stars and other content creators and everything up under the sun. And yeah, y'all get it 3 times a week. And also, I forgot to post this. Please hit the QR code for my risque side of the podcast family, the Premium Smoke Room on Loyal Fans, 4 podcasts. Plus, I even do special episodes such as Project Content House, as well as the VIP Smoke Room, which I even do live on X. So, and right now you can get the first month for $6.25, 30-day trial. Trust me, once you try it, you ain't gonna want to leave. Great content for everybody. Now, interesting week. Why did I show you that? Well, Kuro, I've been hearing a lot about Kuro and Ricky Sosa. It's Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of Black history talk about pro wrestling, from Bobo to Brazil, to all the Black wrestlers who done held world titles and so on and so on. And I'm talking about from the past, and even been focusing a little bit on the future. And let me tell you, these 2 dudes, y'all need to go watch. This match you need to go watch. I'm going to put the link in the description so y'all can check it out. 5-star match. Now, I don't know if Dave Alvarez, whatever his name is, or Jim Cornette and them would even watch this match. Not saying that they wouldn't. Not saying that they're racist because they're not racist. I know Jim Cornette damn sure ain't. Y'all can't put that on his ass. We're not going to do that today. Shit, that motherfucker is for the LGBTQ. He for black folk. He for it all. I love Jim Cornette. But this match was a 5-star match. Ricky Sosa, I didn't realize how big of a dude that motherfucker is. He was power. While Kuro used cunning and speed. And ultimately, he won the match. Both these guys been making noise overseas. And trust me, these guys are going to be over here. This new batch of guys now, from Kevin Knight, Javon Evans, these 2 dudes. Let me be the first to tell you, I'm predicting this. In the next 10 years, WWE, that WrestleMania is going to be very melanated. You ain't going to see a lot of white boys in the main event in the next 10 years. Between the Samoans and the Chocolate Brothers that are coming up, because you got Keanu Carver, who is a fucking beast. You get what I'm saying? Obafemi. They ain't even brought Omar's back. Don't even need to do that. He's right now doing too well in AAA. You know, we had the passage. We had Kofi Kingston versus Kofi Jr. with Javon Evans and Kofi Kingston. It's like I'm seeing the path of the torch damn near. When the black representation in pro wrestling has never been higher ever in the history of pro wrestling than it is now. From the women to the fucking men. And they're at the top of the food chain. The days of Bobo Brazil winning the NWA title and then they're not recognizing it. The days of we haven't seen a black heavyweight champion in the organization is dead. From Swerve to the infantry. ASE, we'll get to in a second. Black wrestling is right now, people don't want to realize this and think about this. Black pro wrestling right now is at its fucking peak. Because when I watch YouTube, these boys in France. This ain't even in America. They in France. They will be stateside if WWE ain't grabbed them up. Let me tell you something, people. When I watched that match between them two with Kuro, I think Kuro got more of the it factor than Ricky Sosa, but both of them got it. Even the promo that Kuro did, it was in French. You may not understand it, they did subtitles, but just the intensity and what he was saying, his swag about him, it's like I can see him on NXT. I can see him in AEW. You know what I'm saying? I can see him over here with the Elites, with TNA. I mean, you see what Leon Slater did. I remember watching Leon Slater on Progress, and he was a bottom of the mid-carder. He wasn't even a main eventer. That didn't pop off till he got his ass to TNA. I don't know how young Leon Slater is, and these boys are young, and which goes back to why I'm also going to speak on this, because a lot of people are talking about how WWE don't really put the belt on young motherfuckers, right? I sat there and thought about it. You want to know why? You got Bronson Reed, who's hurt. Braun Breaker, who is hurt. I noticed that a lot of the young boys get hurt quicker than that of the older heads. The reason why the older heads have now learned how to wrestle to where they're not taking as much risk. They might take risk, but not as much risk, or it's more calculated. Maybe because of as many injuries they done had or so forth. Even Kenny Omega somewhat is more tame than what he used to be that I remember. So the reason why I'm saying that is that's part of the reason why, because let's say if Braun Breaker had the belt, Braun Breaker would have lost it. They would have took the belt off of Braun Breaker. Now, granted, I understand that you can say with Seth Rollins, yeah, but guarantee when Seth Rollins come back, he's not going to attempt that same move ever again in life. You know what I'm saying? Darby Allin, I'm amazed. But the point I'm trying to make is that when I look at Kuro, his wrestling style and him and even Sosa, I think would lend to them to have longevity in the business. Because to me, when it comes to, when you're doing the flippy, the luchador stuff, it should be calculated. It shouldn't be the dominating theme of a match. But unfortunately, some matches, are great. They have that. Think about Will Ospreay and Ricochet. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what I liked about this match is that Sosa showed his power. He showed his strength. He showed he was the bigger and stronger wrestler. Kuro had to outsmart him and stay ahead of him. And it was a lot of great false finishes. I felt the match was 5 minutes too long because there was a part in the match that I felt, because Kuro ultimately won, he could have finished, especially what he did off the top rope. But he ultimately knelt his tombstone move and got the victory. And I also had the pleasure of watching. Y'all really need to take the time out and check out Charles Manson on Hog House of Glory. I mean, very surprised he ain't made it to the big leagues yet. I think he had done something on AEW at some point. I would love to see him in Ring of Honor. I'd love to see him on the big stage. His match with Andrade, Chef's Kiss, and so forth. So, but yeah, y'all need to check out Kuro and Ricky Sosa. It's on YouTube. Link will be in the description. So now, let's talk ASE wrestling. And as you know, we're going to begin here. Sunday, 4:30 p.m., March 22nd, at a new spot, the Bloom Studios. ASE will be returning with their first show of the year. We talked about that. I told you about what was going on. Well, matches have been announced, so we begin here. What we do know, Boomy brother, a.k.a. the Suplex Assassin, Alex Kane, will go against the Intergalactic Soul, Darius Lockhart. Now, for some of you people that don't, if you don't know wrestling, Alex Kane is the black version of Brock Lesnar. Okay, former MLW champion. Actually, I think he's a grand champion. I think he held every belt in MLW World Champ. He had a pretty decent reign with that, with the Boom Bang Fight Club. He had a memorable feud with Calvin Tankman. And he has been on ASE before. I think they did a match. I think they showed a match that he did. It wasn't during the ASE event, but it was at I think it was an event that ASE was a part of. And he is back, and he'll be going against Darius Lockhart, the owner of ASE. This is going to be a very good match. It's going to be power versus wrestling. It's going to be power versus cunning, because Alex Kane is going to suplex you every which way he can figure out to suplex. He even makes up suplexes. Alex Kane is the suplex machine, the equivalent on the black side to Brock Lesnar. I am not lying. Go look him up. Hold on, let me do this real quick. Let me call you back in 30 minutes. I'm recording something real quick. Yeah, my phone be buzzing, people. It's been a busy day today. But it's going to be that. Then you have the striking style and the wrestling technical prowess of Darius Lockhart. This is going to be a very interesting match. Like I said, when we get the full card, I will preview and tell you my predictions. Now, the women's title, first of all, let me bring this in real quick because I have to ask this question. Because ASE is an all-black wrestling promotion. Is Janai Kai mixed? I take it. She must be. Because the question, and I thought about it, would ASE hurt itself if they brought in, let's say, Samoan, white folk? Would it hurt the brand if they use white wrestlers? I don't know, because ASE prides itself on African American, all African American roster in the whole nine. I have no issue. Now, me personally, would I be mad if they brought a white wrestler in? No, because if it helps elevate that promotion, hey, it is what it is. Sometimes it's like porn. It's like, you first you were doing all black porn, but then eventually you had to go ahead and implement some white girls in there. You had some interracial. You know what I'm saying? But now on the other end, like Soruka, like Kalani, Kiana James, because you have black people who you wouldn't, when you look at me and think they was black. I have a friend like that, my man Rocky. We almost got in a fight in Upward Bound because I thought he was a white boy. No lie. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you in New York, you can't tell the Afro-Latinos from the Afros, okay? So, if that's the case, because when I saw this match was announced, I said, one, I'm not mad about the match because let me make this clear. Janai Kai is a motherfucking beast. She's a former MLW, the women's champion, but they called it, I think, the featherweight. I think she held belts otherwise. She's one of the most well-traveled female wrestlers in the business, one of the most dangerous strikers in the business, and she's going against the powerhouse and the current women's champion, Charity King. It's just I didn't know that she was mixed or black. I didn't care. I didn't think about it. I didn't care to ask. I wasn't there. I was in class that day. So basically, we announced to the world that she's a sister. I know this sounds a little kind of crazy, but I'm just saying, it's like, hold on, let me make sure, because I'm like, it's. I'm just looking at something. This just for my personal. Let's see. Yes, she's Black American Pro Wrestler known. Yep. She's black. She is from DMV. See, once again, spectrum of melon. But I didn't never think that she was a sister. It never crossed my mind. That's where, let me bring this in for a second. See, that's the thing people gotta realize. Me, myself, when I watch wrestling, I'm not sitting here thinking like some of these other fuckers, but she black and she's white. And I don't sit here going to getting to know their backgrounds. I enjoy their pro wrestling, period. I can tell the ones that you can see that they mixed or they Latina or they half black, half white, or what have you. And there's some that shit you can't tell for shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like, I just enjoy the wrestling. That's just me. And like I said, I didn't know Janai Kai was black. I didn't think she was Asian. I thought maybe she was mixed Asian and black or something. Or I didn't think mixed. I didn't think shit. I just saw this badass, sexy chick that looked that had the alt look that kicked the fuck out of people. And I mean, bro, so Charity King, her and Janai Kai will have that match. That match is gonna be real good. I keep telling people you need to really check out ASE Wrestling. And of course, the main event. Prime. The king. The ruler. Cedric Alexander going against the Moriarty of pro wrestling. The vulture of ASE Wrestling. I'm talking about none other than the All-Father himself, the leader of the culture, the ASE men's champion, Darius Carter. As you know, it was set up because Darius had a match. Well, it was set up because it was a time limit draw between Ozone and Cedric Alexander. Cedric Alexander said no to a triple threat, said I'll face the winner of Ozone and Darius Carter. Darius Carter defeated LeBron Ozone because of the Dante Khalifa decided that he wanted to interfere in the match and hit LeBron Ozone in the back with the belt, thus costing him the title. So these are the matches that has been announced so far. Like I told you before, I will be previewing that show when it's completely announced. I also will be reviewing the show because I will be buying the pay-per-view. Also, if you're new and you don't know, I have one of Ashe's gorgeous and sexy female ladies that I had the pleasure of interviewing, Jocelyn Navarro. That episode is up right now as we speak. I dropped it last week. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. You know what I'm saying? It's great talk. She also talked about her possible match, mixed tag with her and Isaiah Brona against Shug D and whatever what she says bitch she can find that got the balls to come to the ring. And she did a little nice promo, you know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure Shug D got on the phone. Oh, by the way, Shug D, I hit you up to see if you wanted to come on the show. We talked in the DMs. I mean, bro, hit me back. You know, the fans want to hear what you got to say. My smokers want to hear what you got to say. Because she talked some big shit when she was on the show. And some big shit, you know, but okay. I'm just saying. She said, you ain't got a bitch that want to smoke, and you don't want to smoke neither. I'm just saying. So now, let's move on to Elimination Chamber. Why don't we? And this is courtesy of WWE.com or what have you. For what I can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 matches. Which I know a lot of people like, they only do 4 or 5 matches. But see, you got to think the Elimination Chamber, both Elimination Chambers are going to take up at least 30 minutes, maybe even an hour. And then you have the other match. So we're going to begin first with the Intercontinental title match between AJ Lee and Becky Lynch. This has been a match, a feud they've been pushing, promoting, you know what I'm saying, actually stringing along here and there. Because AJ Lee really had not been on the show that much. Plus, Becky had her intermediate feud with Maxine Dupree. So we finally going to get this match. Now, some tell me that there will be a second match at WrestleMania. So this is what I'm thinking. Becky loses by DQ. The reason why I say that, it would give Becky extra heat to go into WrestleMania. 2, SmokeKind.com. 2, what would be a bigger moment for AJ Lee to win the Intercontinental title? Elimination Chamber in Chicago or WrestleMania? Which we still hearing that WrestleMania is having ticket sale problems. I keep telling you people, they're not going to have a down year, but so much if they do. And people are just waiting for the complete card announcement before they start booking, because they want to see what type match is about to go on. Because since they're back in Vegas, and since the product been getting a little bit bland lately, and all these injuries, they don't know who is going to wrestle who. So ain't nobody ready to buy no goddamn ticket until they know the motherfucking roster, until they know the matches. There we go. Which brings me back to this. At the end of the day, it's going to be a DQ because it's not a street fight. It's a regular title match. And because it's the feud and how bloody or high level the feud is, they're going to have a match where it's going to be stipulation, which makes sense. So I predict AJ Lee wins, but wins by disqualification because either Becky gets herself disqualified. No, Becky gets herself disqualified. But AJ wins regardless. Now, if she wins and wins the Intercontinental title, that's one thing. But I don't see a title change with this. I think they're going to wait till that happens. Now, the other match is for the World Heavyweight title. CM Punk versus Finn Balor. This is to set up him and Roman Reigns. I'm pretty sure Roman is probably going to come out at the end of this to stare down Punk because no way in hell that Punk is losing the title. No way on God's green earth Punk is losing the title. Is this going to be a good match? Yes. Is this going to make the WWE think about and consider putting the belt on Finn Balor at some point? Yes. But do I think he's going to win that bitch? No. They needed Punk to be on the fucking card because it's in Chicago. They're not going to give you Roman and him at Chamber. Interaction, yes, but not match. There you go. So, yes, get out of there. We already did AJ Lee and them. Okay, we'll do the men's. We have Jey Uso, Javon Evans, a.k.a. this year's Kofi, Trick Williams, Randy Orton, LA Knight, and LOL, we already know who's going to win this bitch. Cody Rhodes. Only way I see Cody Rhodes not winning if Drew actually decides he want to interfere in this match and cost Cody the title match, the chance to win it. Because it seemed to be a theme that Drew likes to interfere in Cody's matches and cost him the match so he don't get a title shot. So are they going to continue this theme? Because let's think about it. He attacked him during the Royal Rumble. He attacked Cody and Jacob Fatu during their match. So my question again, is they going to keep with the same thing where Drew interferes? But I think they're not going to allow Drew to interfere this go around, and I think that Cody's going to win. Do I still think it's going to be a triple threat between Cody and Drew McIntyre? Yeah. Now, how would you get there? You could do the old stick, his contract signing. Jacob Fatu comes out, attack both men, and then signs his name to the contract. Now, if that happens, I want y'all to come back in my comments and say, Bob, you are wrestling diamonds. Fuck Dave Meltzer. Fuck Ryan. Whatever his name said. You know wrestling. That's what we have to see that three-way going to happen because Fatu is not in this match. We still have Fatu in the midst of this beef between Cody and Drew. So Teron Evans will be the MVP. You already know what's going to happen. He gonna do the extra eat. You know he gonna do the extra eat. So, but no, Javon gonna do his thing. I mean, because the match between him and Kofi was damn good as shit, man. I really enjoyed it. It was crazy because I was like, damn. It's like looking at Kofi. Javon, it's like Javon looking at himself as like, damn, this is what I'm gonna look like when I get that age. Is that what I'm gonna look like when I get that age, huh? I'm gonna look like Kofi. That was a barn burner of a match, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. I think Javon gonna do his thing. I hope, like Kofi, that this kind of springboards him to get looked at as main eventer. Cause I think Javon really got that potential, man. I really think he do. Nephew got it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I get why. I understand that Triple H didn't want the big muscle boys. But if you're going to put on a young nigga, hey, I'm just saying. So, all right. So now, then we have the women's. Now, this one is kind of interesting because Kiana James, I think, what was it, on SmackDown, this past SmackDown, she was a surprise entrant winning that match. It was kind of surprise. Actually, it was a bunch of surprises that happened on SmackDown. You had Randy Orton losing to Aleister Black, Tama Tonga defeating Ilya Dragunov, which, okay, why do y'all think that Tama Tonga beating Dragunov is so much of a surprise ending? Tama Tonga's a beast. If y'all not noticing, he's getting a small push as a singles. They're building him up to get a big run as a singles. Let's make this clear. I kept saying this when him and Seth Rollins was going back and forth when he was in New Japan. I said, well, damn, this dude looked like Seth Rollins, a Samoan versus Seth Rollins. His promo, dude, one of the best promos. Wait till this motherfucker get on the mic and start talking. I've always felt that Tonga could be a world champion at some point. He got more of an it factor than his brother. And even though Tonga got the size and he got the look, he ain't Tonga. I mean, come on. People remember that shit. And plus that finish maneuver he got, which is, you know, the hidden blade, but he called it something else. That shit is any wrestler got to move like an RKO, the stunner, the hidden blade, the way that he does it. Even the shit with Ricochet, that shit look good and impactful because you can hit it from any way, anyhow. catch you right out, catch you off guard. Wow. What the hell he pulled that out? Like when her Jungle Boy was running out and trying to help the Young Bucks. You saw what happened with that, right? We're going to get to that in a minute. So the women's elimination, this one is the hard one because the person is going to have to go against Jay Cargill. Now, I keep saying this, Rhea and Io, either we're going to see a tag match with Rhea and Io versus Kiana James and Julia, because it seems like they're building Julia versus Io Sky. I mean, of course, Julia, United States champion. Io Sky and them was the tag champions. Now, you could do something where if Io Sky and them win, Io wins the United States title. If Kiana James didn't win, they win the tag match. They win the tag titles. So it kind of got the lens to, because Rhea got to be a part of the WrestleMania. The person that makes the most sense would be Big Mommy Cool. Yes, I know she's on Raw. I know she's on Raw. She's been having great matches. She's been at the top of the card, actually, for the women's. Liv, she already picked who she's going after, so that leaves Jay Cargill. And it'll be a good match between her and Jay Cargill. But y'all gonna laugh. Tiffany Stratton is gonna win. Let me explain to y'all why, right? Because Big Mommy, I said the one that should win would be Big Mommy. But Big Mommy's on Raw. So I think what they want to set up is Big Mommy Cool against Liv Morgan. Because Liv is beating Stephanie Cure. I'm predicting that early. Even though I'm going to preview the WrestleMania. I might change my mind. Who knows? But my notion and thought is if Liv is going for the title, she's going to win it. Plus, Dom got the Intercontinental title and he got the Mega Champion title. So, hold on one second. Hey, we're trying to yeah, I'm back. Y'all. Smokers know what it is. God damn it. Now, but the reason why I said Tiffany Stratton, because I don't think did she get a rematch? I don't think she ever got a rematch. The last match was a squash. They want to push Tiffany Stratton. Now, is she winning the title from Jay Cargill? No, she's not. I'm not seeing Jay Cargill losing that belt. Do I see that they want them to have a more competitive match than what was the match they had before? Yeah. So it's probably Tiffany Stratton because I don't see Alexa Bliss winning it. I don't see Asuka winning it. Actually, wouldn't surprise me. Now, do I think Alexa Bliss will have a place in WrestleMania? Probably so, depending upon what be going on with it, because you still got the Well, not because the women's U.S. tag titles and you got the tag titles. So you see what I mean? And you wonder why people are not buying tickets. We shouldn't be guessing right now what WrestleMania looking like. That's why y'all tickets is down. So, no, I think it's gonna be Tiffany Stratton. But the second person will probably be Big Mommy Cool. Because I think that would make, in my opinion, Raquel Rodriguez will make for a better match than that of Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton. Because especially if you're going to do WrestleMania, she can go toe-to-toe, power for power. A horse fight will look way better with them two than you got Tiffany Stratton who's sitting there trying to do all this other shit. So, yeah, that's just my opinion. MVP of that night, I'm curious to see how Kiana James is going to look in this. Because I was very surprised that they put it in. I guess they wanted to have a surprise entry. I'm curious to see how she is going to fit into this and how she's going to look. Wouldn't surprise me that she's the first to get pinned. So if she's in the final two, I will be fucking shocked. I'll be like, they really want to push your sex ass motherfucker. I'm just saying. So, and if I'm correct, that should be it. Yep. That's the only matches. So now, elsewhere in the WWE, we had the retirement of AJ Styles. Seeing all the people from the Good Brothers, Abyss, Kazarian, TNA. It was surreal as fuck because it's crazy for me because I didn't get to see the last match for Sting, which I really hated because I grew up on Sting, WCW, all that shit, UWF, Mid-South, And AJ Styles, to see him retire. And y'all gotta understand something. I watched AJ Styles on Wild Side. And here's the crazy part. I do not remember him in WCW. Well, no, he was in WCW with Air Paris. That's what it was. And then I remember seeing him at Wild Side. For some of you people that don't understand, when NWA was in its dark stages, and this was after, the dark stage before they connected with TNA, there was NWA Wild Side. They also had Ron Killings. He went down there for a minute, what have you. And they produced a lot of top wrestlers. Some you might know, some you don't know. Even to the point that if you watch FTR, what is it, Cash Wheeler? Cash Wheeler? Yeah, he was Stevie Walters, one half of the NWA Anarchy, because Wildside ended up turning into Anarchy tag champs. He did some shit where this motherfucker jumped in between through a ladder and did a flip for a pin. Yeah, he people don't because he done gained some weight and he brawled. Don't sleep on Cash Wheeler's ability to fly. And I remember when he left Wildside and I heard he got picked up by NXT and then they became the Mechanics. He met that and him and Dax was together. Actually, it made me wonder, was that them back then? But anyway, but AJ Styles, I remember seeing him there. Then I remember watching him on TNA. And I've always been a TNA fan. I watched him when he first won the NWA World title. was a bad guy. Yeah, the match with Dusty Rhodes, that was a good ass match. The greatest three-way matches of all time, him, Samoa Joe, and Christopher Daniels. That feud there was unfucking believable. He was in Ring of Honor. It was crazy he never won the world title in Ring of Honor, but I don't think he stayed in Ring of Honor long enough. Then him and Christopher Daniels, the tag team, and the match he used to have with LAX. With Homicide and all that. When he was with Fortune. I can't remember what the hell they did. Oh. But it was with Fortune. You know what I'm saying? And the two introduction of Ric Flair. Yeah, I remember him going to the Bullet Club in New Japan. AJ Styles, hands down, is probably one of the greatest pro wrestlers of all time because as much as, yeah, he did the flying shit, this, that, and third, the dude was technically sound as a wrestler. That trailer hitch. He can do submissions. He can do strikes. And he knew when to implement his flying shit. But trust me, his shit was spectacular. Yeah, phenomenal. See, AJ, people don't, you see, y'all need to go look at the TNA days, man. Fuck WWE. Go look back to TNA days, back in the Asylum days. Matches with Eli Skipper, the X Division. I'm trying to tell you, people. So, yeah, it was a beautiful moment seeing them. A lot of people said that him being put into the Hall of Fame was being rushed. I'm not going to say it is. I'm like, what? What's wrong with that? He retired. He ain't coming back. He even said on his board podcast, I will be working with WWE to train other great wrestlers. So he'll be chilling with Road Dogg and Shawn Michaels backstage at the Performance Center. So I just want to say thank you, AJ Styles. I want to say thank you for my enjoyment. Cause man, I'm sorry. It was like watching him against Okada. I remember when the Bullet Club turned on him. And motherfucker, we wanted to see the payback. No, he was going to WWE. So, and I'm glad that they did an actual send-off versus he just lose and go away. I know the AEW wanted to spend a lot of money to bring him back. I understand that when wrestlers say when they retired, they're technically semi-retired, but I think he retired, man. I think he said he did enough. He said he want to be around his kids more and so forth. I mean, if the itch come back, he could tell him, yo, put me in one more match. You know, period, this, that, third. Or one more angle. You know what I'm saying? But him going to another promotion, I don't see that happening. I can see him having a one-off at TNA. Now, I would have loved to see that. I would have loved to see him versus Leon Slater in a one-off at TNA. You know what I'm saying? That's a serious pass of the torch. So, oh yeah. So, and that's the most important shit that I really even gave a fuck about when it came to WWE this week. Because that really was it. Oh, Bronson Reed got hurt. Okay, what is going on with injuries in the division? It's like, yeah, Seth Rollins. Then we had Braun Breaker, and then we had this dude. And they said originally Braun Breaker posted one, not Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed posted one, which would have made sense because I would have loved to see the tsunami done in that environment. Especially when we do something on somebody off the top of one of those pods onto the the steel. And I'm a sick fuck. You're a sick fuck. But it is crazy how WWE has to continue to pivot because of injuries. And plus, thanks to damn Seth Rollins dumbass, now no one believed that someone got hurt. He really got hurt. If you actually pay attention and you actually watch, you can see when he got hurt. He tried to break up the pin by pulling dude off, but his arm got stuck underneath, and then when he ripped it out, they probably would have made it pull. Because you gotta understand, Bronson Reed's a big boy. He's heavy. So, speedy recovery to him, I'm just like, wow. So, let's see what I haven't had a chance to watch. But NXT. Let's go NXT before we even get to AEW. NXT. Well, NXT. D'Angelo continues to be a menace. He cost Dark State the tag titles. Now Vanity Project has it. Swipe right. I'm not surprised they put the battery behind them guys. I don't even know why they even keep them on Evolve for what. They NXT. You know what I'm saying? I think they're doing it to make people to go watch Evolve on Tubi. But yeah, it's interesting on that. Finally had Sol Ruka, and Zara finally turned on Sol Ruka. And what's funny is she did it before the match. It wasn't a situation where it was a tag match. I thought it might happen during that. I thought she might attack her during the match. You know what I'm saying? During the match. To cost her the title. Similar to what, Blake Monroe did to Jordan Grace. No. She spit the shy ass at the beginning of the match. Gave her an F5. Jason Jane punched the shy ass in 3 count. And then, of course, the F5 onto a table. So, Zoruka now will be feuding with Zarya. Me personally, I always felt Zarya was more of a heel than she should be a face anyway, by the way she looks and how menacing she is. I think sometimes they try to make someone a face that they really shouldn't make her a face, to be honest with you. The next big event for NXT is shaping up. Lola Vice gets her tight match against Kalana Jordan, an underground match. Woo! Boy, this is going to be interesting. Because I'm sorry. Jada Parker and Lola Vice, that was a good-ass underground match. Them motherfuckers went at it. It was beautiful. Blake Monroe lost in the speed tournament because my baby Jada Parker got her payback. She had no ponytail this week. She had her hair completely out, looking all sexy like a damn snack. Pulled out the English, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Toffee. You know what I'm saying? Her sexy. Pulled her out the goddamn ring and beat the shit out of it, threw it back in the ring so that God damn it. Thea Hale to win. So, can we put the speed title on Thea Hale? I am sorry. She fits the speed title. Keep it on her. Don't take it off for her for a year. Let that. I'm saying she's money. Thea Hale is money. I'm so ready for when Tatum Paxley, and Izzy Dane finally go at it. That the energy between them two, that's gonna be beautiful. And two, if anyone noticed, Vandy Project, Ethan Page, and Ricky Saints. We have the forming of a new clique. And that's if Ethan don't go to the main roster. We'll get to that in a second. So, and then, of course, the biggest thing to me, well, of course, Kiana Tarver, and we got a tease of Kiana Tarver and Jasper Troy. Possibly facing off at some point. It would make sense. Why do we always need a tournament to decide the number one contender for the speed title? Why can't we have a match that, because you couldn't decide to win in 3 minutes, no time limit? These big two motherfuckers beating the shit out of each other. Because let's have a conversation about Kiana Carver show. Kiana Carver is your next Obafemi. But he's not good, but he's the angry black dude from the hood, not Obafemi. He's menacing as fuck. Power. And he got a very nasty attitude. Now, probably behind the scenes, probably one of the sweetest guys you ever meet. Probably make you laugh out this bitch. Straight up. He like the kind of motherfucker he had motherfucker in the back just dying out laughing, telling jokes and shit. But Kiana Carver, I'm telling you right now, he at some point he needs North American, or he needs one of them belts around his waist. Not the speed. Actually, I wouldn't have him take a loss. You already tainted Jordan by losing. You already tainted Jasmine by losing. Carver should not take a loss. Carver is a fucking monster, dog. I'm like, let me tell you something. The meat side of WWE roster is fucking stacked. Plus, I forgot about Brock Lesnar. I think the reason why I forgot to mention Brock Lesnar because no one came out to answer his challenge. It's already rumored him and Obafemi. Obafemi going to come out at some point. I'm just waiting for Obafemi to no sell that motherfucker L5. If he does that, I say, you know something. Obi about to be the new beast. But no, Carver is that deal, bro. I mean, I'm trying to tell you. Like, I watch him on Evolve. It's like, even with the guys that was with him on that 10-man tag, Keanu Carver looked like a star. Rest of them niggas look like a bunch of rookies around the goddamn the big star. That's what it looked like. And I like the fact that Booker T can't stand him. I like the fact that Booker T can't stand him. Are we looking at a long-term opportunity for a match at some point between him and Booker T? Or work, or even better, why don't you make Booker T be his manager? I can see it now. Booker T got this. Let's go. Yeah. Keanu Carver, he's here to carve you up. Because when he comes at you, he gives you no bread, no water, just meat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's saying he got the little cigar with his damn little shit. You know, why he got his mustache like that? We turned up like he was villain. What? Wait, y'all gonna look when he do the promos on his shit, right? Like the end of his shit turned up like the villain on the vaudeville goddamn silent film. Like if he was at vaudeville today, goddamn, there'd be cornrows and you complete beard with the mustache with the shit turned up. Yeah, see, yeah, we see what I'm saying, right? We in his head. He ain't even maintained, can you, Zilla? you don't even know the game, do you, Zilla? I'm telling you, Zilla, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. It's just funny as fuck, man. So, because Keanu Carver I'm glad he beat Sean Legacy. I'm sorry. Keanu Carver did not need to take no losses, please. Let's stop pretending like he ain't that dude. He ain't him. So, and two, also, whatever it's funny how Trick just basically jumped over goddamn Carmelo, but I ain't gonna say nothing. So yeah, that would pretty much happen on NXT this week. There's a great consequence. Evolve, of course. Kelly Armstrong defeated Wendy Chu in a very good match. Tyra May still, because they had put in Evolve, I think they're trying to set up her and Kelly Armstrong at some point to have a match. I think that would be cool. And they also setting up for Succession too. With Cappuccino Jones will be going against Jackson Drake. At some point, Jackson Drake about to give it an Evolve title. One, because they got the Family Project on NXT. Sean Legacy just announced that he would no longer be on Evolve. I don't see Keanu Carver coming back to Evolve. I don't even see a reason why the Vandy Project would even come back to Evolve. Jackson Drake, probably going to drop the title to Cappuccino Jones. I wonder what Evolve is going to look like moving forward on the men division. Because I'm not even going to front. They got a lot of retooling to do. Because the PC guys, they boring as fuck. You know what I'm saying? And Cappuccino Jones, I like him. I have to see what he looks like as a champ. Because I would never pegged him being a champ. The only person I can see now, Harlem, I think he got some great potential or what have you. There's a couple of guys on that roster down there. I want to see what they're going to do. It's God. It's God. I'm just saying, can we? I like the one they here say, it's God. It's Evolve Champion. Some tell me he gonna get over it at some point. I'm just saying. And also elsewhere, AAA. I know Vikingo is the number one contender, and he will be facing off against Dominic Mysterio. We also have the Argandes versus the Argandes. I like what they're doing with the heel click the eye with Omos as well as Vikingo. I'm curious if they're gonna put I'm curious if they're building a feud between him with Dominic and Vikingo, and would that feud eventually spill into WWE television? Because let's think about it for a second. Dominic is currently the Intercontinental Champion. If Vikingo beats him and win the Mega Championship, and he's within the WWE Universe, would that not lend him to a title shot for the Intercontinental title? And would you love to put Vikingo on American TV, which he has been on American TV, and fans would not mind seeing him? You don't have to talk. Shit, you just had Cedric Vicure did a whole fucking promo, goddamn, in Spanish. Oh, I didn't hear the red side act like they did with Bad Bunny. But why couldn't she do it in English? Why she couldn't do it in English? So, like I said, I am very curious about what will happen there. So there you go. Did I get to see TNA this week? Did I get to see TNA this week? I saw no, I actually really didn't get a chance to see TNA. If I see it tonight, yeah, I will definitely talk about it next week. I'll make sure to put it in my notes. Because I didn't get a chance to see TNA, like I said, I was really occupied. Yeah, I was occupied when I think about it. Yes, actually, I was occupied. It was. When I think about it, yeah, I was occupied. I was seeing some TNA, but it wasn't no TNA. You get what I'm saying? So now let's talk about AEW wrestling. Before we get there, if you're on YouTube, promo code right there, Premium Smoke Room. Join right now for $6.25 for the first 30 days, for the first month. After 30 days, you can decide to cancel or you can continue to be a premium smoker. It's only $25, people. You feel what I'm saying? It ain't gonna kill your pocket, and trust me, it's worth it. 4 podcasts plus special episodes that I do, and as well as, well, beautiful women talking about sex and everything else, and showing a little bit of TNA. Now, Premium Smoke Room only on Loyal Fans. Please subscribe today. Now, AEW, let's begin with my man Swerve. Swerve is back. Yes, he's back in your house. Swerve gave a killer-ass promo basically talking about the fact that, guess what? I am back, you sons of bitches. He decimated, this last week, he decimated Kenny Omega. Put him out for a minute, what have you. Why is it like Omega wrestles like 2 or 3 matches and then he gets hurt and put out for like a month or 2? Is he on a part-timer contract? I'm just saying. It's like, You guys are like, okay, you wrestled 3 matches. After them 3 matches, somebody put your ass out and had to send you on a stretcher. And you gone for like 3 weeks. Then you come back and wrestle 3 more matches. Swerve beat the living shit out of that man after he won the match, which was a great match. I'm sorry. Give me more of Swerve and Kenny Omega. Now, I know everyone was saying, I heard what Drink on there was talking about, I heard what everybody else saying. I look at it like this, right? I like the way they Swerve not only explained that the reason why I fucked this dude up was because he said I want the most dangerous man. Ego. Oh, so you think hey, that dude for real, huh? Let me show you. No, he said he had to do it. That's what he kept saying to the camera. I had to do it. And I had to pull a trigger on this dude. He thought I lost it. And remind him who the fuck I was. And I like the fact that Brody come back and say, hey, motherfucker, but you got an issue that Kenny said I'm the most dangerous man? Well, we can go ahead and find this out in Revolution. Once again, we keep talking about Tony's booking like he don't know what he doing. Motherfucker, that's it. I like the way he set that up. We're going to put a pin. We going to set, I would like to see Brody and him. So we're going to put a pin in you and Kenny because Kenny got to get his get back. Because the biggest question is when you have someone, once they're champion, what the fuck you do with them after they lose the belt? What do you do with your man who was your champion after he's no longer your champion? How do we keep him relevant? You keep him relevant with hot feuds. Feuds that we haven't seen. Unless you watch Till 5 and some of them companies on the West Coast, Pro Wrestling Gorilla and all that, y'all ain't never seen him and Brody. I've seen him and Brody. And it's centered around what? The world title. What makes a world title great? The people that's chasing it and the motherfucker that's holding it. People want to talk shit about Tony's booking, but you want to know why AEW been hot? Because of his booking. So then, bringing up the world title, MJF tried to pull a fast one on Adam Page. Tried to do. Something told me that when they did the coin flip, I said, why he got a coin that got the same size? And damn if I won't right. I said, why you gonna do a coin flip? Like, he could just easily. So, of course, he wanted to be a one-side disqualification match, you know. Hangman wanted to be a Texas death match. Hangman said, wait a second. After he flipped the coin and MJF won, MJF made the biggest mistake. Picked it up and put it in his pocket too quick. Wait a second. Let me see that coin. He was like, no, you good. His boys came out like, where you going? Saw the coin, saw it was fake. Tony Khan, TK, boss man said, nah, since you want to do that, We're going to go ahead and make this a Texas death match. Now, let's unpack this. Hold on. Let me take a sip of drink. Could we be having a title change? Hangman has never lost a Texas death match. And Hangman said he will never challenge for the AEW World title. Now, I don't know if they modified it to as in long as MJF has it or the Cody situation ever. And then if they talking about doing ever, why would you do that? Unless he about to leave and go to WWE or something, why would you? That's the dumbest stipulation ever. I get long as MJF is champ, but I will never, ever challenge for the AEW World title. So it leads me to believe that Adam Page is about to win the world title back. Then my question is, why did you take it off of him in the first place? And if that's the case, why are you having MJF drop the title? I cannot believe that Tony Khan would actually. They gonna modify that. Let's make this clear. I don't believe it will fucking shock the hell out of me if Tony Khan like, nah, we're not doing that Cody Rhodes shit. He might have said it wrong. That's why he might have stopped for real. Y'all thought he stopped. He thought about it like that. He thought about it like, wait a second. I won't supposed to say forever. And if that's the case, then, because to me, the other question is it a good idea to take the bet off of MJF right now? MJF being champ actually elevated the title, believe it or not. Nothing against Adam Page. Adam Page had a damn good run as a champion. But it seemed like when MJF became champion, everybody was fixated on MJF as the champ. More motherfuckers come out the woodwork like, no, put me in the mix. Put me in the mix. Kevin Knight just sat there and said after winning his match, I'm in the mix. Which will make an interesting dynamic with them being trios champs. You get what I'm saying? So, it's so many questions to be answered and asked. Does it make sense that MJF is not champ? Now, if you ask me, I'm on the fence. It's like you paint in the corner where Adam Page kind of needs to win the title. I can't believe y'all gonna do the Cody Rhodes on him. But wait, is it that he just don't want to challenge for a world title no more? Like, no, something. I done the AEW world title enough, Y'all keep giving me the AEW world title. Can I get the TNA title? Hey, let me go in Ring of Honor for a minute. Yeah. Y'all about to put him on Ring of Honor? Is Ring of Honor about to get a TV deal that we don't know about? And Hangman about to be the centerpiece of Ring of Honor? Is this, make it make sense. Make it make sense. So I'm curious on how the hell that's gonna go. Then, of course, the tag team division. FTR, okay. The family situation, that was crazy when FTR attacked the Bucks family. And Spike Power drive the brother. Great way to get heat. And definitely makes this match very more intense and give it a different edge than the other matches did. But this 10-man tag that they had on Dynamite, see, AEW have great matches. Bar none, they have great matches. And this is one of them. It was chaos. That way it's supposed to be. It was going to be a train wreck, which you expect to be. I got to give the cameraman much credit. I love the pacing of it. I love the action back and forth. And of course, it ends with Jungle Boy pinning Ricochet, which now continues the war between Ricochet and Jungle Boy. Once again, I like continuous rivalries, continuous beefs. We just don't have one or two matches. No, we had continuous beefs for a month. You know what I'm saying? Long-term beefs, what have you. Because it was kind of crazy that I saw FTR and them, and then of course you had the Rascals. Also, who has beef with FTR and the Demand. The Web. So when I want to turn the beef to beef, see, I keep telling everybody, his method is put a pin in it. It's chaos. Because he wants everyone connected with beefs. Which brings us to the El Cologne and Moxley. Cologne, wow. Now, I remember hearing something else. I think is Arnice. He was in MLW. He used to have a little eyeball in his, you know. I do like that little shoe he do. Like, when the camera do it with him. Dash E, yeah. Him and Moxley. I'm loving the Moxley versus the Callis family. I'm liking, once again, chaos. You still have Okada beefing behind the scenes with Takeshita. You get where it comes from? Yeah. Takeshita about to have a match right now, him and Moxley. And the Don Callis family versus the Death Riders. Don Callis family still got, damn, they got beef with everybody. They just keep it 100. But I'm liking how this is. It's making, I'm gonna tell you what's funny. It's making AEW more exciting because you're seeing everybody beef with everybody. It's not everyone's connected in some way, shape, form, or fashion. It's not confusing. It makes sense. It is connected. Ain't that good booking? See, y'all first was raving about Triple H. Now y'all questioning Triple H's booking. And don't get it twisted. WWE booking ain't been bad. It just ain't been the greatest lately. You want to know why? How can I book if every time one of these motherfuckers get hurt? One thing I can say, AEW has not had a string of injuries like that at WWE in the past couple of months, if you've been paying attention. That's why the booking has been way more cohesive with AEW than that what WWE had to be dealing with. Especially when the major pieces to what you're trying to do with WrestleMania is out past WrestleMania. Speaking about injuries, poor Penelope Ford. Please, they say she walked out home on power. I hope she didn't do nothing but twist her ankle. I hope she gets better. Got hurt during the women's tag match. They did an audible. I was wondering what happened because I noticed that it was a 2-on-1 because I was doing an interview, and I went back to go watch it later. But I'm like, damn, what the hell, Penelope? Why is it that? So, and then the other girl, Lena Cross, came in the ring and did a DQ. Now, everyone is speculating what would have been the finish of that match. Ain't it fucking obvious, you fucking idiots? Penelope and Megan Bayne was about to win the tag titles. Because why would you have Lana Cross and them do a DQ? If Willow and them was going to win the title, they could have just beat her real fast. You get what I'm saying? They could have beat her real fast, and that's it. Just like when the Evolve, the WWID, they became shorthanded because the Vanity Project left. So they were actually 2 men down in a 10-man tag match. You only had 3 guys. So they ended up winning. Now, if an injury happened, guess what? They would have made that match to where they would have, if the other team was going to win, if the other team was going to win, they would have called audible if it was an injury of some kind. Go ahead, pin them, because y'all supposed to win anyway. But because Megan Bayne and Penelope supposed to won this match, because it probably supposed to be a surprise title change, that injury keep the belt with on them. Now, what might end up happening is we might have a return match with Lana Cross and Megan Bayne, because I truly believe that Tony wants to put a belt on Megan Bayne, whether it's a tag title or single title. He sees the greatest opportunity to tag titles, and if you go look at that sexy, tall drink of sexiness and muscle, do you blame him? She's money. I'm just saying. So there you go on that end. And let me tell you this. I really like the Orange Cassidy, Darby Allin versus the War Dogs, because that's what it basically is. Because that is the War Dog faction. Now, before I get into that, I would like to see David Finlay be a part of War Dogs AEW. I think they would really, really shine in AEW with David Finlay. Don't get twisted. I think he'll go over NXT because they say they have plans for him to do some click with the second generation or third generation. You know, the kids that that is wrestling. But I think he would fare better, look better, go over better if he was with the War Dogs, because the way they look. You know, you got Clark Connor. I'm sorry I keep saying this. The motherfucker look like money. You know what I'm saying? Gabriel Kidd. Gabe Kidd. He remind me of what the Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. He remind me of Buzz Sawyer. Y'all go kiddies. Go look up Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. Go watch him. Now, he was a piece of shit, but I'm just talking about the type wrestler. Game Kid is wild as shit. I love that fucking dude. And him and Darby, oh my God, that is a match made in heaven of just complete criminal violations on so many levels when it comes to pro wrestling. So, and then of course, Orange Cassidy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, it's like, I would love to see Finn, you know what I'm saying, David Finlay in AEW. Now, if he goes to WWE, even when I'm a fan, let me make this clear. I'm a huge fan of David Finlay. He came in with the Switchblade. Switchblade took off. It took David a little bit longer to get off, but he finally did. I mean, look at the Switchblade. And I can't wait for the Switchblade to come back. Gunza? I'm so ready, man. I'm ready for him to be in the mix. Yes, I'm ready for him to be in the mix. He comes to the ring, got there over his shirt. Look at this six-pack, baby. Look at that six-pack of sexy, baby. Switchblade, baby. I'm what's causing this. Like Ric Flair said, look what's causing all this. Oh, man. But like I said, it's two, for anybody got something to say about the TNT title being pink, go fuck yourself. Please go fuck yourself. I'm sorry. Kyle Fletcher, thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry. The shit looked fly with the pink suit. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna front. The TNT title, hands down, is the flyest title in AEW. Because no matter how you change the strap, that shit still look good. I still say the Briscoe strap is the best looking one. The Briscoe strap was the best looking one. Now, the Scorpio Sky, when he did yellow, I ain't like that. Too tough. But it still looked hot. You know what I'm saying? But the pink is fine. I ain't gonna front. You know what I'm saying? And well, Kyle Fletcher, I'm a fan of his shit, yo. I'm a fan of him. Y'all need to go check out his YouTube page. I really enjoyed his YouTube page, him working out, showing the behind the scenes of him. He seems like he's such a down-to-earth young fella, man. He just like kind of dude I can have a beer with, you know what I'm saying? Smoke a blunt with. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty cool as shit. So, and anything of a great importance. Oh, and of course, gotta talk about my toxic baby. Oh, she's so gorgeous. Miss Tekla. Tekla is our champ. Don't she look good with that belt? Don't she look good with that belt? Oh, she look like a goddamn $1 million, bro. Her and Thunder Rosa will go at it. I'm so happy that Thunder Rosa is back. Another gorgeous ass lady too. Thunder Rosa, I'm glad that they having Tekla go against somebody, putting somebody in between her and Statlander. Because me personally, I love Statlander, but I think this feud should have them trade off the belt. I know some of y'all are like, why, Bob? I'm like, no, because your women's division should be built around Statlander and Tekla because of their personalities. And the match that they have is like, they had two barn burners. Let's make this clear. But let's just be honest, Tekla is your number one heel. And it just mixed. It's no different than Dusty and Rick. It always, for 2 years, it was always Dusty and Rick. They just put other people in the middle so that they won't clash it much. So when it was time for them to clash, you get what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. It wouldn't surprise me if Tekla ends up facing Statlander. Statlander win the belt back. Then down the line, 2-3 months later, they still interacting with each other. And at some point, THCA gets the title back. Because Tony's good. Because you got her with Marina Shafir. If they continue that feud, I still ready for Marina Shafir to get into the title mix of one of these two titles. Now, if Willow and them drop the title, it wouldn't surprise me because she's a TBS champion. And I think her and Cameron would stay a tag team. But I ain't gonna front. If it would have shot, I would have been shocked because I would have never thought that they would put the belt on Bane and Penelope before. But I guess because he really wants Bane to be seen as with a belt, there you go. And plus, it's the women's tag title. You can kind of hot potato it a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel that, in my opinion, you should hot potato it twice. You need a women tag team that is going to hold the belts. Now, I think the Brawling Birds, I think he's setting them up to be that female tag team that have a year-long reign with the women's tag titles. And I have a stinging suspicion we might get a women's trios title. I'm going to leave you on that note. We might eventually see a women's trios tag team division created. Y'all complain about belts, but let me say this again about titles. I sit there and think about all the arguments y'all have about too many belts. I sit there and think about the NWA. I sit there and talk about CMLL and all this. Belts are judged by who is chasing them, the division, the champion, and who's chasing it. Let me say this again. A belt is measured by who holds it and the people that's chasing it. Y'all talk shit about the trios title. Let's look. If you take a close look at the trios division, it is stacked. The TNT title division is stacked. The TBS title division is stacked. The only person that has not defended his title in God knows how long has been the international champion, which is Okada. And technically, that is stacked. The Continental title, stacked. The tag title division. You just saw a 10-man tag team match with what? 4 of the top tag teams in the tag division, not counting the other ones? To me, I have no issue with it. I'm like, I get what at first I was like, maybe they got a point, to me. But I'm like, I'm sitting there saying, wait a second. So let's keep this 100. So I can name 5 3-man tag teams in the champ. I can name 5 female tag teams plus the champ. If I can name 5 people and the champ, that's 6 people in that division. Let's go look at boxing. I keep telling everybody right now, pro wrestling is at its zenith of greatness. Because we got so much access to see so much people. I don't need to go hit it. Damn it. Damn it. go, 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 go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I watch it all, people. Stop playing. So I'm done for the day. Mic drop. So now, with that being said, let me tell you what y'all need to know where you need to go. First of all, that QR code right there. To play with the conversation, get saucier, the titties pop out. Them things might pop out. You don't know what pop off unless you subscribe. For 21 and up, well, actually, technically 18 and up. 18 and up. So any of you people that's under 18 that listen to my podcast, it's not for you, so don't use the QR code, okay? But for the grown folk, please use it for a wonderful premium podcast for you to enjoy, plus special episodes such as Project Content House, as well as the VIP Smoke Room, where my fans can see the girls shake their bun to some music, show a little ta-ta, and answer questions from all of you folk. You feel me? So, yeah, hit that QR code to subscribe or follow, preferably subscribe to the Premium Smoke Room. Because the best smoke, what is always premium. Also, Spotify, I got 2 podcasts for you to subscribe to over there. Don't cost that much, $4.99, you know what I'm saying? Had the smoke on it where I give my unapologetic opinions and thoughts on a bunch of stuff, as well as Savage Smokes. I talk to the industry's top male talents and producers to give you that real smoke about the adult film industry from a male perspective. So please subscribe to the smoke. And don't forget about the flagship STO The Smokers Lounge. You know, I'll be dropping episodes 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? Always do it bonus smoke Fridays. Please check that out. Special smokes, which I do every other Monday. You know what I'm saying? As well as Thursdays, when I drop them, that's just me. That's just me talking hot topics, politics, whatever the fuck, shit going on YouTube, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just to catch up my smokers and y'all give my thoughts and opinions on that and stuff. Of course, I'll be back next week with the review of the Elimination Chamber. Also, any more news about the March 22nd ASE wrestling show and more pro wrestling punditry with that smoke. So with that being said, you know, I end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. We out.